Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and that's right. The final review of, reviewing, Wiggles films, and, pretty much so, the last review for the month of September. And that is, of course, you read the title, The Wiggly Space Dance Adventure. That's how it's titled, isn't it? No, Wiggles Space Dancing, correct. Now, I remember this. I have good memories of this. Like, I remember watching the film, of course, and listening to the songs, like, say, if I was in the car with my parents, Yeah, so, and with the CG, because this is, like, the Wiggles' first fully, CG film, and, it's fine. Like, the CG's okay, and it's clever because, they're, the Wiggles' faces, from them and Captain Feathersword, because, they were, and looking at the behind the scenes, you could see because they were doing their very best, and, they were, scanning the, the Wiggles and Paul Pettick, whatever, that kind of stuff, motion capture, whatever, and, yeah, so, and this was okay, and the music was good, and the songs were great, some of the songs, Do the Eagle Rock, and, Dance Your Gloomies Away, we're going home, or what's this button for? Somewhere out there amongst the stars, that, zing zang za, and, what else am I forgetting? Yeah, just about it, We do, of course, the opening and the ending to it, we open with the Wiggles themselves, and they're messing around with Jeff, and, at the end, Jeff does wake up, and all the other Wiggles are taking a nap, and Captain Feathersword comes in without his feather sword, and because apparently he left it on the spaceship, that was funny. But okay, so some of what goes on in Wiggly Space Dance, okay, for example, Ross Wilson, aka King Mondo, because he appears in this on Planet Rockstar, and he, he and the Wiggles perform Do the Eagle Rock. That's a good song, Do the Eagle Rock. And also, What's This Button For is a good one, with the Wiggles and Captain Feathersword, because Captain Feathersword interesting in pressing buttons on the spaceship. And yeah, some of the, also the ship's computer, voiced by Ron D. Selener, if I said that right, I don't know. He's the ship's computer, and I like how the ship's computer has a personality of itself, messing around with the Wiggles and saying, just kidding, hee hee hee. And Pasqua, I guess King Mondo's manager or something, and Pasqua's a dog. And actually, Pasqua is actually, in real life, Anthony's dog, named Pasqua. And Pasqua being voiced by Carolyn D. Selener, the wife of Ryan D. Selener, who voices the ship's computer. And I like on Planet Rockstar, we see some posters, one of Western, one of, I guess, a jazz singer, or just something. A rock star and a French singer, I want to say. They're all played by Paul Pettick, of course, Who better than Paul Pettick? A good old Paul Pettick. And the teeny weenies in this, because they arrive on a planet called Teeny Weeny, I guess, with the teeny weenies. Oi, hey, giant, watch where you're stepping. So them, and when they arrive, and they, of course, the planet Gloomy, Gloomy World. We'd like to welcome you to Gloomy World, but we never welcome anybody. And Captain Feathersword finds a way to make them laugh, because the failed attempt of them singing the song Dance Your Gloomies Away, and Captain Feathersword finds a way to make them laugh, because he makes them laugh by that goofy dance he does, and yeah, Gloomy World turns into Happy World, I guess you could say. But overall, because the ones that tag along with Captain Feathersword and the Wiggles are Wags and Dorothy. Henry the Octopus was left behind, stuck with the aliens, that spaceship, and communicating with the cows. How do you do? We come as friends. You have beautiful eyes. And the cows, they go with the aliens, and yeah. And as I said, the last scene with the Wiggles and Captain Feathersword, he comes in without his feather sword, and we see the feather sword flying out of the spaceship and coming back down to Earth. And as it lands, and there's a bit of a shaking the vibration going on Wiggle House, and it's the spaceship, of course, and Captain Feathersword, he picks up his Feathersword, my Feathersword, and, imagine that, and the Wiggles have a confused look. And the credits roll, and some good music, and the instrumental of the instrumental version of the song Zing Zang Zar. What's the name of that song? I don't know. Excuse me. Well, I can't find it, but that's pretty good music. But overall, Wiggles' space dancing is pretty good, and I have some good memories of this, my childhood and so on. And this was probably one of my favorites, growing up to watch of the Wiggles. And you guys let me know what you think of Wiggles space dancing, what you thought of my review, and if you've seen this, give it a like and leave a comment as always. Yeah, I'll give this 10 out of 10, because everything that I said about this, I give this 10 out of 10. So that does it. In conclusion, that wraps up this week's reviews of, reviewing Wiggles films. And don't worry, I'll plan on reviewing more soon, because there are some others that I had in mind, like, for example, Cold Spaghetti Western, Racing to the Rainbow, I think that's how it's called, and the Sailing Around the World, and a bunch of others, I'll get to those soon, don't worry. For now, I've reviewed a good handful of, I've reviewed some 4 pretty good Wiggles films, so, Anyways, guys, so again, 10 out of 10 for Wiggles Space Dancing. Hope you enjoyed this week's review of me reviewing none other than the Wiggles. And I'll see you guys in the next video/review video. And stay tuned next week, where the reviewing Halloweenish films begins. Peace out.